Hi, everyone. My name is Lydia Martinez. I am the founder and CEO of L Marketing and Events, and I am here today with one of my really good friends and like frequent collaboration partners, Cali Warner with Capture House. How's it going, Cali?
It's going awesome. I'm so glad to be here with you.
Callie and I just came from a photo shoot with some dogs a little bit earlier today. So I don't know about you. I'm still like getting some dog hair out of my
Yep.
life. But that's part of it. And one of the things, Callie, that we do for a lot of our clients is we help them with their visual brand and visual storytelling. And we do that through video content. So talk a little bit about, how you kind of got into videography for brands. And then from there, we can dive into our topic today.
Yeah, sure. I actually came from a background of photography, and it was really an easy jump for me, an easy um, funnel to go into video because this is something Lydia and I both have in common is sharing stories. And it's so much, they say a picture is worth 1,000 words. So if you're shooting video, that's like 8 million words, you've got
Worth
thousands.
10,000 pictures.
Yes, exactly. And there's so much that you can do with video, which we're going to be talking about. But and that was a really fun way for me to start. And I started in the wedding industry and went into luxury weddings pretty fast. And then I really got to explore how to tell stories of the couple, read their energy, really tell a couple's vibe. And then it was an easy, going over to commercial because this is what people's babies are, their businesses, right? So telling those stories really has been fun.
I am in a deep, deep parent-child relationship with my business. That is absolutely true.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
so let's talk because I think that a lot of people, Callie, you and I have discovered, they know that they need video assets for their business. We don't have to convince them of that. And they know that they know that investing in videography is a really smart thing to do.
Mhm.
But then they don't necessarily know how to use those or how to generate leads or how to like tell a story that is impactful enough to move someone to take action. So
Yes.
let's talk through a little bit about your process on helping support people generate leads through video content.
Yeah, sure. And really there are I mean, each business really is if they start to kind of put their mind around I am a media company, not just a, whatever else you sell, product wise. That's actually the right mindset to be in 2023.
Yeah.
Because in this day and age, you have to get on the content train so that people can know you.
Yeah.
So
I was
really,
I was
go
in
ahead.
a I had the chance to hear Ryan Reynolds talk
Oh,
earlier last year about his marketing agency, Maximum Effort. And one of the things that he said is mirror image for what you said, Callie. He literally said, every single one of you is a marketer, and you are a marketer of yourself and your personal brand and then your brand. And you have to think of yourself as a marketer all the time if you're in business.
absolutely. Yes. And really, when it comes down to it, the business world is all about connections. And I mean, personal connections built on emotional resonance. And so, if there's anything I've learned in my years of providing video marketing and video creation and doing it, it's not just like, hey, like, let's bring a videographer here. It's actually having a strategic marketing videographer, um, in house or out of house. And that really, it's the best. If it comes down to anything, it's that video is the next best thing to being there in person when it comes to creating connections and earning trust.
Mm.
And so there's several different ways that we like to design marketing videos because there's, like if I'm talking to you, Lydia, you're going to be listening. If I'm telling you a message, you might hear it in a lot of different ways on different days, and so we craft these different kinds of marketing video assets to hit those different stories, to hit the different aspects of the company, not just pounding out, this is what I do, this is what I do, this is what I do. It goes, let's just like open up the flower that is your business, that is your products and services and your team and your leadership and your people, and craft, different ways of telling that story. And that'll hit your consumers in different ways.
Yeah. I always tell my team and my clients, good marketing is just good storytelling, and it's telling the right story to the right people in the right place at the right time. And I would also add in the right way. I love what you talked about, that video is a way to do some one-to-one marketing, but without being one-to-one.
Yeah.
Without being directly in front of somebody, it still creates that personalized connection. So then what's the next step? When people are trying to figure out what the story is that they want to tell.
Yeah, that's a good question. Um, I what we do when we bring people in for the just kind of the full service, let's create your video library and your content, is we'll get a really, it's the quality of your answers is equals the quality of your questions. So we will craft really good questions so that you can start to really know who you are and know yourself. So then you can craft these videos around that. So we do things like a video addressing all the questions that you usually get on a regular basis, because your people in your customers or potential customers are telling you what you need to create based
Yeah.
off of their questions. So you got to be listening to people. So we create, videos based off of that. We have people, craft, this is what, not just what my product and service is, but who it's for, and then who it's not for.
Yeah.
Because when you tell people who it's not for, then if I'm the person that it is for, I'm going to be sitting there listening to you and saying, oh my gosh, this is me. And that's what you want your consumers to do, well, your potential customers to do when you are giving out those videos. You want them to be saying,
Yeah.
yeah.
Absolutely.
So
So
those are a couple things, but
I
so
love
much.
that. Yeah, I love that. One of the other things when we are collaborating on video stories to tell, one of the things that we love to do is show some of the behind the scenes, because good marketing is about, it's about building awareness, letting people know that you exist. It's about building authority, what you're doing. And it's about building affinity. It's that personal connection. And so building authority, showing some behind the scenes, pulling back the curtain and just showing enough of like how the cake is made. Sometimes
Mhm.
literally. In our case, we work with a lot of food clients. Um, Showing how it's made is really, really significant. So talk a little bit about why that can be so important for brands that are trying to generate leads and generate business through their video storytelling.
Yeah, you know, I think that it's very easy to think that we just need to tell our story in one way, which is this is what I do. But really, people are investing in who you are and who and what. And even now, today, actually, in 2023, more than ever, that's actually a new trend. That's really like an age old thing, but I say trend, is more and more people want to know your values, and they want to buy from people who hold the same values as you. And so when you actually open up that conversation, and this is who I am and this is what we support, these are the things we hold dear to us. You're peeling back the curtain, as you said, like, you know, of we don't have to be this perfect face and only just be like these, the stock photo, like dude with a suit. We want to show people really who the real you is. And In a lot of ways, when you open up your heart, then people will be drawn towards you instead of just being only professional, which is a great thing. You want to be professional, but also kind of sharing, what you care for. So value driven marketing now is becoming more important. And that's really easy and great to do with video.
Yeah, I really like that. What are some other ways that people can use video content to truly generate leads?
Well, I'm going to start out by saying this. Um, when you start out, when you make the decision that I want to get myself out there and the business out there, it's based on this law. I say the law of outflow. So it's based on the more you outflow, the more you're going to inflow. And that is a, a universal truth, period. So first of all, it's the decision that needs to be there that I'm going to just outflow, outflow, outflow. No matter what it looks like, where you're at from where you're at right now. So that's a big thing when you can decide that. Um, and then then it takes, for me, just scheduling it in, creating. If you have people like me or Lydia that go in and actually help you do this hands on all the way. So you don't have to think about content. Most people are like, that's just the one more thing to do in your business. So that's yes. So that's what we do, is help people just take that load off, literally. Um, but really, you can start by scheduling it in. What do you think, Lydia?
Yeah. I love what you said that output very often equals input. And I would add in consistency in
Yes.
there. Like
Yeah.
that's super, super important. A lot of times people will say, well, I didn't get anything from this after a couple of months. You didn't do it long enough for it to stick. And that
Yeah.
sounds intimidating, but I will just be really honest. I did not get a single lead that I closed from my Facebook page or my Instagram page for 2 years. And that
Mhm.
sounds super, super long. I had all kinds of other sources of getting business. Yeah, I was doing a lot of networking, I was doing a lot of one-to-ones, I was doing a lot of coffee meetups, I was doing a lot of there's all kinds of ways that I was getting business. I got a ton of referrals. But the way that I really got, uh like, it took time and consistency for me to start pulling clients in. It took me even more time for me to start pulling clients in from my website, where they would, like, Google something and find my website. We just launched our TikTok channel, a couple of months ago. We haven't been very consistent on it, and so because of that, I haven't we're not generating anything from that right now, and I'm slapping myself on the wrist at the moment.
Mhm.
Um, but we've been consistent on YouTube for multiple years now. And we're starting to get people where I'll go to an event and they'll say, "Oh, I've watched your videos on YouTube, or I've watched your videos on Facebook. I've
Mhm.
watched your live streams. They're always so helpful. I never miss them, even if I can't watch them live."
Mhm.
And so people will recognize me, what I'm about, who I'm about, but it did take time to get there. It's something that you have to build. It's not like a faucet. You don't turn it on and then you get leads. It's a matter of being consistent and being dedicated to that consistency. The other thing that also comes up for me, Callie, is quality of story.
Mhm.
Um, there's value in hiring an expert to come in and help you craft that story. Whether it's a marketing expert that helps you tell that story, whether it's a videographer that has a background in commercial video and can help you craft that in advance. There's tons of amazing videographers out there. And here's what will happen if you hire one. For the most part, if they don't have that background, they will show up at your place and they will say, "So, what are we thinking today?"
Yeah,
And
what do I do?
yep,
Yeah,
and you have to be prepared to give them a lot of direction in the moment, as opposed to working with professionals to kind of help you craft that in advance and know what's happening and help you show up well and determine the direction of the videos, all those different moving pieces.
absolutely. Yep. Yes, and really, like, being able to have someone that's thinking of the end first instead of the first.
Yeah.
Where is this going? What is it? Who are you is it talking to? And where are we putting it? That's gonna all decide on how it's shot before way before the day, you know,
Uh,
comes.
Yep. Yeah. And that we've seen that really make a very, very big difference. Also, it's an investment, right? To actually invest in these things. And so with that investment, you want to maximize and optimize the time. Your time, videographer's time, your marketing team's time, all those things. So knowing what that story is going to be. The final thing that I would add is having a strong call to action in your video content,
Mm,
asking people to take the next step. I can tell a great story all day long, but if I'm not telling people what to do next,
mhm.
doesn't matter.
Yep, yep, and one good thing too that's been really helpful, um, for my clients and even myself in my own content is I will ask, my clients to ask their friends and family what they do. And they will what when the friends and family tell you back what you do and it is wrong or it's partially right, that is valuable feedback for how you can clarify what you're doing, and you can immediately use that with video today.
Yes, that is huge. I love that idea. I
Yeah,
love that.
it's powerful because they your closest people will tell you
Oh,
what
and
you say.
yeah, especially if you craft it like, "Hey, just help me out really quickly." They love you, they know you, they wanna help you out. I
Yeah,
just have a question for you.
and you might be
So
surprised. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say sometimes they'll give you the answer that they think you want to hear as well, which is can also be helpful because it it will make it even more clear if they do or don't know what you do.
Yes, exactly, and that's just, no matter who you are, whether you're running a billion-dollar company or not, you still have to clarify to people what you do over and over and over, and it might feel repetitive, but it will take that, doing it over and over and over and over, and that's what's great about video. You can do that, but you don't have to have coffee, meetups every single day telling people one-on-one. You can do that on a mass scale.
Yeah, I love that. Callie, thank you so much for being here. We'll put Callie's website address in the comments here below. And then we'll also, after this live stream ends, we'll pop in the link into the comments of a video that Callie did for me of me talking about my business. It was kind of dead opposite of this, where it wasn't necessarily planned. It was very off the cuff, but it helped me clarify like the story that I wanted to tell about my business about marketing. So we'll share that video as well. Thanks again,
Love it.
everybody, for tuning in and have a great day. Thanks, Cal.